Okay, so now that that's finished, and Trump is this, Trump is that, blah blah blah. Nobody bought it anymore. Okay, they went on policy. What they went on, when let's face it, when Trump was in, up until the pandemic, was pretty good. So what people fear is, I'm just guessing, but liberals feel or fear that we're just going to take over everything, get rid of all this bullshit and blah, blah, blah. No. We're going to keep an eye on Trump. We voted him in. We expect him to do the things he said. And if he didn't, we're going to be the first ones to call him out on it. Actually, probably not. You liberals will probably jump on anything like a cat on fucking catnip. But we'll tell you when we're not happy about something. It's just the way it is. We are going to hold people accountable that we put in office. It's been let go way too long, and it needs to be fixed. Even your local guys. If your local guys aren't doing the will of the people, then it's time for them to go. And that's on a state level. Or possibly a city level. If you don't like the way things are being done, change it. Put people in there who you think will help your cause. So, that being said, I'm hoping that after all this hoo-ha and all this bullshit, that Trump actually does well. I'm hoping he does well. Everybody should hope he does well. Because if he doesn't, we all suffer. What seems to be, people don't get through their head. And trust me, I'll call him out on his shit. I don't care. So, after January, we'll see where we stand. Now, the economy, I don't expect to spring back on January 21st. I'm going to give it some time. But if it isn't trending in the right direction, you bet your ass I'm calling him out on it. You bet your ass. Personally, I'd probably give it a year before anything really significant happens. It may start, during the summer and work its way down, blah, blah, blah. And it may work its way back to what it was before Biden. We don't know that yet. It's going to take some time. You have to be patient. Because, like I said, nothing's going to happen overnight. And as I've seen other conservative creators on here saying, yeah, we're going to hold them accountable. If everything we defended Trump on and everything we defended conservatives on doesn't start changing a year or so, or at least trending that way in a year, we're going to call them out on it. Plain and simple. It doesn't make any sense not to. This is what we put you in office for. Do it. Especially now that you have the House and the Senate. There is absolutely no reason to fuck around and find out. Because if you don't do something within those first 2 years, it's going to flip again. So, look, get what you have to get done. We'll keep our support going. But the other question I have for everybody is, this is it for Trump. He's in, 4 years, he's out. He can't run again. He can't do anything else again. He's not going to turn around and make himself king or dictator so he can stay in the presidency. No, that's not going to happen. So get that out of your fucking mind. But who is going to run? Who's worthy of running for president in 2028? I like Tulsi Gabbard. J.D. Vance would probably put his hat in the ring. After all, he's the vice president. I wouldn't mind Tulsi Gabbard at all. I think she'd be very good at the job. I'd have to look into more Republican candidates, but that's who I see right now. Those two. If it's anybody else, well, we'll have to see what it is. On the Democratic side, you're scrambling. Who could be the next person to challenge the Republican incumbent? Or not incumbent, but the next Republican president. What would a Democrat say to keep things going the way they are? Unless they're bad. But if they're good, we don't need somebody coming in and fucking it up. Because that does not help the American people as a whole. So I'm hoping those two decide to run. Democrat on their side, I don't know. I don't know. They like Hakeem Jeffries. I don't know if he's presidential material, though. I don't know who would run on the Democratic side. Only because we didn't have any kind of Democratic primary or debate on who could possibly run the country. Because remember, they said, that's it, nothing. We'll go with Joe Biden. He's the incumbent, period. And when that failed, that's when, the people who want to save democracy place somebody in there. The least democratic thing you could have done. And now you know why you got your head kicked in. She wasn't the one for the job. She wasn't. I don't know who is on the Democratic side. I'd have to keep my eye open. But they're going to lick their wounds and they'll be back. But we'll just see what happens. I will just do the next thing, and that's that. So you all have a good day, and booyah.